you. Bye-bye.
Hey, mathematicians. Miss Harless here with her awesome assistants, Miss Paige and Miss Sloan. And first of all, I miss you guys dearly, and I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're washing your hands. I hope you're spending time with family, reading. So before we get started today, a few things that you could be doing at home. Puzzles, great for problem solving, great for use of family time. Another thing, note cards, writing math facts, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, mixed review facts. On these note cards, I just cut up pieces of paper, worst case, if you don't have note cards. So, also, deck of cards. You could do multiplication more, you could do addition more. You could find all different ways to use cards to practice your math facts. So, today we're actually going to be solving a problem. We are making our favorite chocolate chip cookies, and we only have exactly 5 cups of flour. So we've got to figure out what we can do because we really love our chocolate chip cookies. We would love to be able to make double our recipe, which means 2 batches of chocolate chip cookies. Oh, I'm sorry. So we'll get there in a minute. So I want to find out if we have enough flour to make 2 batches of chocolate chip cookies. So we have 2 1/4 cups that we use for chocolate chip cookies. Head up, sweet pea. Oh, thank you. And we want to try to see if we've got enough. So first thing we got to do is we have exactly 5 cups. We want to use 2 1/4 cups. Well, I know I can make 1 batch, but can I make 2 batches? So let's see. There's several ways that we can solve this problem. So hopefully you got your math brain thinking, and you're thinking, well, 5 is our total. We are using 2 1/4, not safe David's glass. And, oh, just a second. And we've got 5 cups. So how are some ways that we could solve this problem? Well, one would be that we could use repeated subtraction, subtract 2 1/4, subtract 2 1/4 from that answer. Also, we could figure out, well, if there's 2 batches, we could add those together, 2 1/4 plus 2 1/4, and then subtract that from our total. You could also do 2 groups of 2 1/4 and be able to figure that out. So today, I'm going to be thinking in my head, and I'm automatically thinking, well, let's do 2 1/4 plus 2 1/4. So that's going to give me my total, and then I could use that total to subtract from our total, which is 5. So first thing I'm thinking is, do we have like denominators? Well, I see 4 and I see 4. We've got like denominators, so we can keep them the same. So I'm going to keep my denominator the same, and I'm going to think about my numerators. So numerator, I've got 1 plus 1 is 2. And my whole numbers, 2 plus 2 would be 4. So I've got 4 2/4 cups. Well, I know an equivalent fraction to 4 2/4 is 4 1/4 cups. So, do I have enough? Well, yeah, I've got enough. So, let's double check and make sure. So, we're going to be pouring, our 2 cups is right there, if you can see it. And we are going to open up our 5 cups. And Sloan, my faithful assistant, is going to pour flour into this cup, which then Paige is going to be pouring into this cup, which we're going to be using for our cookies today.
We're making cookies today?
So we almost got 2 cups there. We're going to keep going. And if you hear that barking, that's our dog, Violet. She's not happy she's not in the video here.
No.
Keep going. So make sure when you're making your recipe, you're shaking down that flour. Oh, and let's see. Do we have just enough 2 cups? Yes, we do. We do have 2 cups. So Paige, you can pour that into. Beautiful. And now we need to do 1/4. Well, actually, we can do 2 another set of 2 cups. So go ahead, Sloan, and pour it in there.
Sorry.
No worries.
That's shadow. That's shadow.
It is sugar.
No shadow.
No, it's not sugar. Flour, right? All right, keep going. So let's get that, most of that down there. There we go. Shake it down, and we have 2 cups. So Paige, go ahead and pour that in. Excellent. So now we've got 1/2 cup, because 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. So Sloan, we're going to fill it up to 1/2. All right, keep going there. Let's see. Oh, we got 1/2 right there. So, Paige, can you pour that in there? Beautiful. Excellent. So, now, this is for you. Excellent. So, now that we know we have enough flour, well, now I want to see, well, do we have enough to make my favorite cookie dough in a cup, which I need 3/4 of a cup to do. So, we're going to see if we have enough for that. So, I've got my total, which was what? 5 cups. And if I use now 4 1/2 cups, well, do I have enough? Well, if I'm looking, I've got 5 cups here. Well, if I look, I've got a fraction here. So, I'm not going to be able to subtract nothing here from 1/2. So, I'm going to have to regroup. So, I'm going to have to take away this 5 and make it a 4, which means I've got 1 whole left. But I need to put it in terms of a fraction. So, if we're going to think smarter, not harder, okay? So, here's the page. Let's use that one. There we go. So, if we've got our 2 as our denominator, that's what we're going to have as our denominator here. Make it easy for us so we don't have to find another like denominator. So I'm going to put 2 here, but to make that 1 whole, what am I going to put as my numerator? We're not going to eat that, sweetheart. Okay. So I'm going to have to put 2 as my numerator. So now we can subtract. So we've got 2/2 minus 1/2. I'm going to keep my denominator the same because we have like denominators. We don't have to find like denominators. Yay us. And we've got 2 here, and 2 minus 1 is 1. And if I look at my whole numbers, we've got 4 minus 4, which would equal nothing. So I've got 1/2 of a cup left over that Sloan is now playing with. So, and eating, which she's not supposed to be. But do I have enough to make my cookie dough that has no eggs in it, but is edible? No, I do not have enough because I only have 1/2 cup and I need 3/4 of a cup. Bummer. So that is our little lesson for today. Again, I miss you guys dearly. Please stay safe. Please make sure you're washing your hands. We're trying to hold down the fort here at the Harless household and make sure we're thinking mathematicians. So I hope you're having a lovely day, and we will see you soon.